It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, I'm your host, the man sitting in the middle, Ernie Johnson, with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Well, what a treat. The NBA postseason begins.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Boston fans already at a fever pitch inside the arena. Welcome, everyone. The regular season is in the books. The battle for the East begins. Round one, game one. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony, Chris Webber. Hall of Fame sideline reporter is David Aldridge. And we're happy to have with us one of the great two-way players in the history of the game, Kevin Garnett. KG, welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
How's that headset feel? Feel pretty good?
Man, this is, hey, I never knew, Kev. It's a great fit, bro.
It's not too bad,
is this mine?
Yeah, it's yours, and you look good in it.
Thank you, bro.
You take a look at Boston. They have more than a realistic shot at it. This series between the 4th and the 5th seed, often one of the most exciting of the first round.
And they're ready to go. I mean, as we can hear, so are their fans. This can be an intimidating building to play in when the crowd is this charged up. That alone gives them a huge leg up.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court for the Heat, Dragic and Wade, the two playmakers in the guard spots. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Bogdanović. And it's Siakam in at the 4 slot. And Kevin, to see you come in straight out of high school into the NBA, you forget, but it was so historic because we had not seen a high school player in such a long time.
Right. Yeah, at that time, you know, it was 20 years before anybody had ever thought of the idea. I figured that I had the work ethic and the passion and the appetite for it. And, I never looked back. I never second-guessed my decision. But when I did second-guess myself, I got in the gym and changed it.
Greatest picks in the history of it. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
I think you'll probably see more arguments on those illegal screen calls than just about any other play. Maybe the charge call, but guys never think they're removed.
Towns, no luck.
Well, that's the shot they're looking for. A clean three-pointer. Just can't get it to go.
And Doc Rivers, your coach with the Celtics, such a great leader, brought your team together. Talk about that.
You know, he brought us the belief in Mbutu and bringing all of us together and that you give yourself for the greater of the group. And everybody bought into that. And when you hear about when Miami won, Pat Riley had all those guys give something to the pot and giving yourself to something. And when you think about what team is, all these great coaches, these great minds, these great philosophers, it all surrounds that whole little philosophy right there, giving yourself to be able to get something and gain something.
Very interesting.
Very, very interesting. But a true philosophy in winning.
Millsap kicks to Prince. Down low, here's Lowry. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And his touch inside more than makes up for Lowry's lack of size. He's a terrific finisher in the paint and doesn't miss many once he gets in tight.
Here's Siakam over Millsap. Here's Towns. Good work defensively by Horford.
The D doing everything they can to cut him off on his way to the hoop.
Prince, the pass to Hayward. Unloads from 13. And it's Miami with the rebound. We've got 1:08 left here in the first quarter. Siakam misses.
Even with the miss, that's a jumper he'll keep taking as long as they keep leaving him open.
And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Horford. Prince outside. 6 to shoot. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Bogdanović.
And you've got to do a better job of making sure the defender isn't in your space. I mean, if you're going to pump fake, you've got to make sure he doesn't have a chance for the steal.
Now here is Lowry. Pass to Prince. In the corner, it's Hayward. Just 5 to shoot over Wade. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. 17 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Outside Dragic. Kicks to Towns. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Horford.
And for a player with his size, Towns has always been very comfortable at the free throw line. And that's a good thing because he finds himself there quite a bit.
And once he gets into a groove like that, you can just count him.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Al Horford provided some insight on why he decided to...
What put me over the...
Playing for a historic franchise like the Boston Celtics, Greg, they've got, of course, the great fan support, great history. Something Horford relishes.
A great choice. A team with depth and youth. They have a chance to be good for a long time.
And we welcome you back to our presentation of Game 1. And let's quickly break down the game we've been seeing from the Heat, guys.
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
I'll tell you what, when you allow them to speed up the tempo, there's a good chance you're going to fall behind.
They've got Taurean Prince, Paul Millsap out there with Horford. Then there's Lowry, and it's Hayward in at the shooting guard. That's the Boston Five. And Kevin, what's it feel like when you hear you're one of the most dominant players of this generation in a generation of great players?
That's weird. That's weird to hear because, you know, you don't do anything by yourself.
Think of the names. Think of the names.
You know what? When you talk about stats and you talk about, you know, numbers, then you know, put them up against, you know, previous and your peers, then yeah. But, you know, you got to always give homage to coaching styles. You got to always give homage to organizations, other players. You know, players make this league. This is not something you do by yourself. You come in here, you put your work in, but you know, the camaraderie and the energy that you're able to get, the friendships, the bonds you're able to get in this. You know, you have to give that to your teammates and your brothers that have helped you on the way.
You've always deferred. You've always said, yeah,
to.
Thank you, but listen, look at this guy.
It is.
Look at this coach.
It is, man. Seriously, man. I won MVP in 04, and it was more about the guys that I was playing with and our connection more than the award. I was the kind of the symbol and the example of that team put together, and I hope that I was able to always be, you know, the example of. I hope that I was able to always, you know, have those guys to be proud of, what we all accomplished that year, because, you know, one person just don't come into that and do that. You know, that's a team thing.
Now Lowry, after the missed three from Karl Anthony Towns. Lowry can't get it to go. Miami's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Siakam, and it's sent back by Horford.
Oh, the way Horford positions himself as the shot goes up. I mean, his defensive instincts are just absolutely fantastic.
Now, here's Lowry. It's tipped. Outside, Bogdanovich lets it go from deep. Not going to go that time, and it's Boston the other way. Lowry has the open look. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Miami trailing. Right side, Dragic. 1:31 left here in the second. Siakam kicks to Wade. Shot clock at 6. Over Hayward. The shot by Wade, no good. And KG, I know you've got to run, but as always, you've always got a home here. Thanks for stopping by, and please come back.
Man, K-Hall, man, thank you. Thank 2K, man. I appreciate y'all bringing me through here, man. Anytime y'all need the guard, y'all let me know, man.
The best, Kevin Garnett. And Chris, one of the things that's really cool, getting to watch KG develop as a player and now develop as an analyst.
Well, it's fun. Having gone through the position where KG is, I know that it's not as an easy transition as he's making it look, but he has knowledge of the game. He is definitely one of the best defenders of our era. He's a winner, and so it's great to hear his insight anytime you can.
For Miami, they have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
You know, an all-around threat with a promising future. I mean, Bogdanovich has the tools and the drive. He could be a solid player in this league for many years.
Now, here is Lowry. Now the pass to Prince. Up and in on the layup. Prince has got his first 2 points of the night.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Wade finds Dragic. 13 feet away. Count the basket. Dragic has got the game tied up here for Miami. And so it's Hayward with it. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. And Lowry gets it to go. Lowry's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Towns, the pass to Bogdanovich. Inside. And the rejection by Lowry. And he's able to get it back. They get it back. Here's Dragic. And finally they hit one. Dragic has got his second basket of the night. So a tie game here as we finish the first half. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, Ernie Johnson. Taking a look at the Celtics, they've hung tough in what was a closely contested first half. If what we've seen in Game 1 so far is any indication, we're going to have quite a series on our hands. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
And we welcome you back to our coverage of Round 1 in the NBA playoffs. On the court for the Heat, Dragic and Wade, the 2 playmakers in the guard spots. Then there's Bogdanovich. Then it's Karl-Anthony Towns. And it's Siakam in at the 4 spot. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
The Celtics working the ball around now. Lowry, good.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And for the Heat, they're shooting a terrible 27% from the floor. Boy, an off night for them to say the least. Bogdanovich with it. Passes it to Dragic. And Siakam has it in the corner. Back to Dragic. Rebounded by the Celtics. Prince outside. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Pass to Horford. There's the triple. Goran Dragic grabs the board.
It's a confidence shaker when you can't hit a wide open 3 like that.
Right wing. Goes up the baseline. Hits the front of the rim and out. Celtics shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. For 3, Hayward hands it from downtown. Hayward's got the lead up to 3 now for the Celtics.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Here's Towns, and he hits the jump shot.
I like the awareness on the court from Wade. He's excellent at scanning the floor to set up the open team.
Lowry kicks to Horford. Outside Millsap. Now here's Hayward. 5 points in the game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wade. Four on the shot clock. Lowry, good.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Gets the pass to Siakam. He kicks to Wade. He feeds it to Towns. There's a minute 40 left in the third quarter of the game. Bogdanovich against Millsap. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. Just 2 to shoot.
it's clear this just isn't his night. I mean, if they're going to keep him on the floor, I think his best role would be to be a decoy.
Lowry kicks to Horford. Hayward on the wing. Prince outside. Back to Hayward. Pass to Millsap. Off target with his three.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
That's his mindset. Attack, attack, attack whenever possible.
And the Celtics with possession here after the Heat pick up two. Dragic against Lowry. And Horford wide open. He shoots. Those three-pointers off the mark. The Heat have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Siakam passes to Dragic. Ball's knocked loose. There's Siakam. He's got 6. For the lead. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. Paul Millsap picks one up.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
For Miami, they have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. And so Lowry will bring it up for the Celtics, trailing by 2. Seconds left in the third quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Hayward kicks to Lowry for the 3. The shot, no good. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And welcome back to the NBA playoffs as we get ready to continue with this round 1 matchup. Paul Millsap out there with Horford. Then there's Lowry, and it's Hayward, and it's Prince in at the 3 spot. That's the Boston 5. And it's the Heat with the ball after Gordon Hayward's miss. Outside Lowry. Here's Horford. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 3 assists tonight.
Just a hard-fought battle, and neither team able to create any distance.
Well, credit the competitiveness. Neither team wanting to give up an inch.
A nice shot by Bogdanovic. And the Heat lead by 1.
Man, this thing is just going back and forth tonight.
Each team is stepping up, rising to the challenge. Yet another lead change.
Lowry. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Horford really shows off his nice passing with that down. For a big man, he sees the floor very well.
Dragic finds Bogdanovic. Here's Siakam. No good with the triple. The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. To the middle. Here's Millsap. Up and in on the layup. And now it's a 3-point Boston lead.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Now, here's Bogdanovic. And there's the pass to Dragic. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Dragic came into the NBA with something on his resume that not many other rookies have. He has a ring from winning the Slovenian Pro League the year before he came to America. Yeah, being down 2 points instead of 1 thanks to the free throw miss makes getting a stop here absolutely critical.
Lowry passes to Millsap. Knocks it loose. It's Dragic with the drive, and the layup's good off the glass. Dragic has got it all tied up now for the Heat.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
That's just an attack mindset. I love it. Game on the line. These are competing guys.
Now here's Hayward. Over Wade. And the shot falls short this time.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Well, not all defenses are constructed to protect the mid-range area. Nicely done that time.
Here's Towns. Lets it go from 14. It's rebounded by Paul Millsap.
Not quite airtight defense right there, but his release was a little bit off on the jump.
Hayward on the wing. Excellent D from Wade.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those two things that he possessed. Accepting more responsibility over time. Bogdanovich, I mean, you got to love his willingness to take these shots.
Here's Lowry. The Heat getting the bucket. Hayward kicks to Lowry. Celtics passing it around. 5 on the clock. Prince, right side. It's hauled in by the Heat. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Now, here's Dragic. Towns down low, guarded by Horford. Dragic looking it over. Tries again. That one a little long. Now a timeout called by Boston. They're down by 2. 20 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
You know what? You can go for the 3 to win or the 2 to tie. What's your choice in a situation like this?
Yeah, Greg, and I say you go for the DAC. Try to get that big 3. That'll win you the game.
And now a chance to check out some of the tremendous play tonight from our Jordan Player of the Game.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of moves, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, well, look, here's what Brad Stevens went over with his guys during the break. He said, guys, the whole season comes down to this, right here. This is what we've prepared ourselves for. Stay together, make shots. We can do this. Back to you guys.
And that's what I call cool under fire. Those should be the nails in the coffin.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 4. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Horford the pass to Prince. They need this. Siakam pulls it in. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. From deep three-point range, misses there. And so it's Miami winning this one. A pretty good feeling right now for them to... All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. Man, I feel like Bishop when I rock my 40s. This is